Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. Okay, gentlemen, I gave you guys your instruction in the dressing room. I expect a clean, fair fight, start to finish. You're good. You're a little high right here. You're good right here. Touch up. Good luck.
Shakur Stevenson. And time and again, we talk about his near flawlessness when it comes to being a defensive master, with opponents only landing 4.4 punches per round. But Tim, in recent fights, we have taken note.
Yeah, you know, all that development came from sparring the likes of Terrence Bud Crawford. Even this body looks different to me, Shakur Stevenson. You know, just great for him to be a part of Bud Crawford and his team.
He is quick, but he has never faced anything even close to the level of opposition to prepare him for somebody like Stevenson.
Yeah, not even close, but you couldn't tell Nakathila that. He said, I can knock anybody out in the 130-pound weight division, so tonight is his night to show and prove.
And inching closer and closer with that right hand with Shakur Stevenson, and he's getting out of range. He's kind of long. He's out of range, so Shakur's having a hard time finding his jab. It's a perfect round right now for Nakathila.
Boy, is he long. Look at that jab and then where that right hand comes from. Well-timed left hand from the talented southpaw.
His legs wobbled a bit. Shakur knows it, and he's trying to inch closer. And now Nakathila has to really bite down even early in the first round because he realizes that Shakur is not just a good boxer, but that he can also hurt him.
You can see him and his ability to time it.
Watch your feet, guys. Watch your feet.
Wide swinging with the right hand when Shakur got to the inside. Nakathila missing wildly there. Celestino Ruiz, the referee, with the southpaw versus orthodox fighter, you often get the stepping on the feet, so he broke him immediately. Economical first round for Shakur, but the big left hand did score. End of one. We're going to take a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Well, we always mention the CompuBox numbers when it comes to Shakur Stevenson and the lack of productivity from his opponents. CompuBox had Nakathila with 1 punch landed in that first round, and then you miss a lot of punches and you miss the stool as well. It's bad enough you're facing Shakur Stevenson and you have to deal with that.
Guys, watch the feet.
But can we please land on the stool when we go to sit down after the first round? Round number 2, Joe Tessitore, Tim Bradley.
Stop. You watch the feet. Let's go.
Ruiz breaks again, and Andre Ward with you here ringside.
Yeah, that's gonna happen all night.
It
you got
is.
a right-hander and a left-hander, so I'm not sure why the action is being stopped to talk about feet. He can call it out without stopping the action, but to stop the action, that's an overreaction.
We rarely see the listen. We've called hundreds of fights with southpaw versus righty. We're stepping on the toes. Even happens when there's a punch scored. We get controversy with knockdowns because of that. We rarely see the fight ever stopped to warn about it.
Well, Shakur's respecting the threat of Nakathila's power. And Nakathila's actually respecting Shakur's power because he got touched in that first round.
That's a slip.
Shakur's inverted. His power hand is his lead hand.
If nothing else, Shakur could be jabbing to the body. If he feels like he can't reach the head, he's got to start with the body because Nakathila's got a long frame and a long torso. There's a lot to hit there.
There sure is, and to this point, only 11% of Shakur's punches are to the body. And there he goes with a straight left hand to the body.
Shakur can also pick up his feints so Nakathila can show his hand. And we know what his hand is. It's the right hand. But the feints are going to help Shakur land his shots and keep Nakathila off balance.
Shakur looks like he's waiting on that right hand, looking to draw it. Range finding a bit is Shakur. Once he establishes that, that's when he can really let go and land those punches with extreme accuracy. Listen, I want to show you the slip that was ruled in the second round by the referee, Celestino Ruiz. There's a punch landed here, and the feet do not interlock. If you watch it in slow-mo, you'll see it. Watch this.
That's a knockdown.
There's a punch landed now. There's the wild swinging left hand from Nakathila that takes even extra momentum, but there's a clean punch landed by Shakur.
Get off his feet. Get off his
Dre,
feet.
you agree with that? Knockdown or slip?
Yeah, it looked like a knockdown. I mean, there's an argument that maybe the punch is what threw him off balance, but in real time, without having any, question about the feet, I would have called that a
Get off
knockdown.
his feet.
Right hook landed clean.
See, it's always going to be a front foot battle between southpaw versus orthodox fighter. And you can see both guys trying to fight for position. That's why they keep stepping on each other's feet. And when you see Shakur get his lead foot on the outside, you can forget about it. That offense is going to come, baby.
Then lines up your power hand, your backhand, calibrated right to the target, straight line.
It's very clear that Shakur has enough power to hurt and knock out Nakathila. Nakathila's got to get his offense going, because the only thing that's going to happen is Shakur get more comfortable, figures out his range a little bit easier, and it's going to be trouble for Nakathila if he doesn't pick the pace up.
Well, this is where Nakathila has to get to work.
That's
If
exactly.
you can get him into the corner there and take away the movement and some of the ability, you have to fire the right hand.
Well, that's the shot that Nakathila wants, and you can't land that shot in close. He's not an inside fighter.
Nope.
He's not a guy who throws a lot of hooks and uppercuts. He has one punch, a straight right hand. If he doesn't land that, he's got trouble. And the only problem with that is Shakur knows that too.
Oh. It's exactly what...
Stop.
Feint and go. He may get hit in the process, but he's got to. If he came here believing in that right hand, which he did, he's got to let it go. Can't play chess with a master chess player. He's got to rough things up.
And one more thing he needs to do to add to that, Dre, is he needs to throw combinations. Forget about that 1-2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, because the 2 might miss, but hey, the third one or the fourth one may land.
Coming to the end of 3 here live from Vegas.
Yeah, check out this positioning battle right here. Shakur Stevenson going right around the lead foot of Nakathila. Okay. Beautiful position right there to land the straight left hand. See the feet tangle? That's why it's important. See, the orthodox fighter can't go to his left when you cut that off. He's right in the line of fire for the power hand against the southpaw.
Shakur has a 19-5 connect advantage according to CompuBox. 7%. That is all that Nakathila has been able to land. 7% of his punches. Let's check in with Bernardo.
I spoke with Nestor Tobias, and he said, look, I want him to use the jab to the body and set up that left hook, but more than anything, just pick up the pace.
He hasn't landed a jab through the first 3 rounds. Here we are 40 seconds into round number 4. We will see top 3 pound for pound in the world. Naoya Inoue, the WBA and IBF bantamweight champ, and Michaela Mayer, the women's junior lightweight champion. That is next week from here. There's a left hand from Shakur. And then in 2 weeks, we will see the return of Vasily Lomachenko, the former #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, as he has a tough test against the tall Masayoshi Nakatani. Of course, we haven't seen Lomachenko since he lost to the now undisputed lightweight champion, Teofimo Lopez. And guys, as we know, there was breaking news with Teofimo earlier today that Lopez and Top Rank have signed a deal. And he's raising his purses. He's going for 2 more years with Top Rank and ESPN. And that relationship is seemingly repaired, and he is targeting an October 2nd major fight on an ESPN platform.
Yeah, the other problem that Nakathila has is he doesn't have great legs. And you see Nakathila kind of fall forward. It's a lot of problems for Nakathila right now. He's being outclassed.
Woo. Set him up with the low front guard. Huh. That was nice. Trying to draw him in. Their right hook. Wow, got him.
Right hook scores the knockdown.
5, 6, 7. Hey, you okay? Give me a glove. Give me a glove. Give me a glove. Give me a glove.
Knockdown scored by Shakur.
Beautiful. Low guard right there. Front guard right there. Inviting him in. I told you, check hook was coming. Beautiful work right there. Beautiful skills by Shakur Stevenson. look at the eyes. He sees everything coming, steps off the line while shooting the lead hook right there. Beautiful check hook.
There's a little bit of a grazing shot, but, you know, Nakathila's body language is bad. His legs look wobbly and unstable. And the worst thing you can do is to allow a thinker time to think. And that's what Nakathila's doing.
First time that Nakathila has been knocked down in his career. A seemingly unknown contender from Namibia. When our researcher went into his past and interviewed him going all the way back to his amateur days, he asked the questions, have you ever been knocked down? The quote he gave us was no, and it'll never happen. It just did in round 4. Check right hook, Shakur. And now he comes with the left hand to open up round 5. He has a 29-6 connect advantage, 22 of those. Tim, you always say, if that number is anywhere near 50, a knockout is coming. He's at 56%.
Well, I can tell you this, you know, the defense, the mastery of his defense right now, Shakur Stevenson, of course, I love the counterpunching as well, but if he's going to get a knockout, he's going to have to step on the gas a little bit, take a little bit more risk, step inside the pocket, back this guy up.
And I think he can. You know, again,
got to make that choice.
Nakathila, he hasn't made, and I'm talking Shakur, an investment to the body yet. He's thrown some single shots, but he can get closer to Nakathila. Not what has Nakathila done in the past or even tonight that should make Shakur be concerned that he's going to deal with him on the inside. Shakur can take the fight mid-range and inside and really start inflicting some punishment.
I think he's going to give it a couple more rounds, and then I believe that he's going to step it up. Let him weaken a little bit more.
Opponents always love to say what they'll do with a good boxer, and they're not this and they're not that. But boy, 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 when you get inside, they always hit a little bit harder than you thought because it's different than what you expected. And that's what's happening to Nakathila right now.
And then the hesitation in dealing with it. And then you eat another left hand. Well put, Dre, as somebody who knows and being on that side of the fence throughout
I've seen
your
that
Hall
look
of
a
Fame
lot
career.
of times in my career.
That's right.
I mean, there's nothing else he's doing. He's not making any adjustments. He can't. He don't know how. He's just standing right directly in front of Stevenson.
Back here at the theater at Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas, ace reporter. Shakur in complete control. Nakathila hasn't landed a jab yet. He also went down in the 4th round from a check right hook from Shakur. He went back to his corner moments ago, and he heard from his trainer Nestor Tobias and the assistant Nikki Natangwa saying, it's time to fight him. It's time to fight him. Easier said than done.
Listen, if I'm in the corner of Shakur Stevenson, this is the statement fight right here. This is the fight where you leave everybody walking away from their television sets or however they're streaming this, watching this, and wanting more. I'm telling Shakur, step it up, son. I already know he's going to mind his defense because that's built in.
And that's exactly what his grandfather, Wally Moses, wants. He says, get the jab going, set it up, because that'll open up.
Nakathila has a big frame, so he's posturing right now. And given, he does have the right hand cocked, but that right hand's not going to hit Shakur because he's timed it. Every time Shakur feints, you get a reaction from Nakathila. Every time Shakur hits him, you get a reaction from Nakathila. So put both hands together and see if he can deal with the heat.
Get off the feet, get off the feet.
Some guys deserve to be respected for a 12-round period because they're dangerous, and some guys got to get out of there so we can go home.
Like a guy who's only averaging 1.6 punches landed per round. Look at that number. 1.6? Find the exit door. There's a right hand to the body from Nakathila that was partially blocked by Shakur. Sweeping left hand from the Newark native.
And that right hand and left hook from Nakathila had some heat on it, so Shakur has to be aware of that. But mid-range and in close, he's safer than he would be on the outside with a guy like Nakathila.
Oop, sneak shot.
Has to be willing to do it, though.
So that's where Nakathila wants Shakur on the outside. Shakur's got to get closer. He's got to close that distance.
Come on, Shakur, what are you doing?
Just circling on the outside.
Movement. It's a lot of movement. Shakur respect that power, man. I'm letting you know he feels that punching power.
Listen to my command. Listen
I'm
to
letting
my
you know
command.
that right now.
Time. Listen to my command. You got that?
Shakur with a 52-16 advantage as we begin round number 7 as he tries to stay the course for a title shot. 16 landed punches. We found one, Tim. We found one from Nakathila, and Shakur says, oh, okay, so you can do
A little
that.
grazing blow right there. Shakur dropped his hand just a tad bit. Left a window open, got clipped a little bit, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, when you're a fighter who doesn't get hit a lot, it's almost like you get offended when
Right.
your opponent actually lands a punch. That was offense that you saw on the face of Shakur. Like, how dare you?
Watch your feet, guys. Watch your feet.
A little bit more undignified and let those hands go.
Nice body work right there outside and getting on the inside. And what he means by that is get inside the punching power. You know, Nakathila's punching power is on the outside. So if you get close enough and smother him and land your shots because you have the shorter arms, you're going to have the advantage in the inside.
And I'm asking for Shakur to step it up because he can. A ceiling to his talent, yeah, you got to ask and demand a lot from him.
Get off the feet. Get off the feet.
A lot of single shots from Shakur, not a whole lot of combinations.
Stop. Don't punch. Don't punch.
There's a single shot that
body
lands.
Slowly but surely. And watch something come up top. Shakur setting it up.
Get off the feet.
See the reaction from Nakathila. He wobbles just a bit. Shakur needs to follow up after he lands a clean shot like that.
Round number 8 here from Vegas. Shakur Stevenson in complete command. Tim and Dre feel like he could step it up and get rid of Nakathila at any moment. A guy who is one of the best closers in all of boxing is ringside, and that is the 37-0 Terrence Bud Crawford. Bernardo.
What's your assessment of how Shakur's doing against Nakathila so far?
Oh, he's doing great. He's making him reach a lot. Nakatani, he's looking for one punch, and that's the right hand. You know, you can tell that he got some pop in the right hand. But Shakur doing everything he need to do to control the fight and dictate the pace, and he winning the fight.
Would you like to see him step it up and try to go for the stoppage, or is he doing the right thing?
I like to see him let his hands go a little bit more, but you can tell, you know, he's been a little cautious. But he's doing everything he need to do.
Capetillo was mentioning the uppercut is there for him. What do you see open for Shakur?
Yeah, I said the uppercut was open for him off the feint. You know, him stepping to his right around his left hand, he can get all his shots off. You know, it's just a point of, you know, taking the chances in the wrist.
And when do we see you in the ring again?
Hopefully so.
All right.
Sport just can't have its best stars on the shelf. It's better when Terrence Crawford is in the ring. So we hope to have him back soon enough.
Like that foot issue, just like a news flash, that's not going to stop.
Nope.
That's happening for the rest of the fight. You have a left-hander and a right-hander fighting. That's par for the course. That comes with the territory. Not sure why this is being, you know, this is a big deal tonight.
Shakur literally swims without getting wet. Unreal. His defense of prowess inside that ring.
Get off the feet. Get off the feet. Get off the feet.
There he comes with the left hand.
You see legs like that that are shaky. You got to press those legs, push them back. Make those legs work. Nakathila's comfortable plodding forward, but what if you push him back? How would those legs fare?
Light sweeping right hand was off the mark as he also misses wildly with a left. Nakathila, 19 punches landed out of 190. Round 9.
Get off the feet, get off the feet.
Stevenson in complete command. Is this the moment, Tim, that you sense?
You know, Stevenson got him right where he wants him. Overcommitting a little bit more, taking a little bit more risk, opening himself up.
It's time to walk him down.
I think that's what he's trying to do. I think that's what he's trying to do. He's standing right round in front. He got the range now.
Legs are bad. He hasn't been able to land that shot, but this is boxing, right? It's not scripted. Anything can happen. So don't let a guy like this hang around. Shakur can have a high guard, let him throw that first wild punch, and then make him pay for it and start backing him up.
Get off the feet, get off the feet. Stop, stop, stop. I'll tell you what.
Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
The next one is stepping on feet, I'm taking points.
It's a southpaw versus an orthodox fighter.
Celestino Ruiz is warning that there will be a point deduction.
Who are you going to take it
Do you
from?
believe that stepping on the feet here is happening on purpose?
It's
That somebody's
not
trying to
happening
gain an
purposely.
advantage?
Who are you going to take the points from? Because they're both doing it.
But there's also no intent. It's simply what happens in the fight game with an orthodox fighter
They're fighting for
versus
control.
a lefty. They're fighting to see who can get their
Position.
foot to the outside position.
I've never seen something like this.
Nor have I, and we have called hundreds of lefty versus righty fights. To this extent, we've never seen it. We understand there have been controversies of a punch landing while somebody's stepping on the foot. There have been times we've had to go to replay. Perhaps there have been times somebody's trying to do it on purpose. But this is just standard operating procedure of lefty versus righty. And since the opening bell of round 1, Celestino Ruiz has had a constant refrain, a chorus of get off the feet, get off the feet. If you watch his eyes, he's looking at the feet the majority of the time, as he's doing now. And listen, I know Ruiz, he's out there for the safety and welfare of the fighters, but this is extreme.
Hey, don't touch the water when you do.
Well, Shakur has dominated throughout the night, scored the check right hook that scored a knockdown in the 4th round. Mark Kriegel, who is our longtime essayist and expert analyst, who is not with us today, or don't be surprised when people start calling you a boring fighter.
You know, there's some truth behind that, honestly, you know, but there's some mastery behind the defense as well.
I don't worry about people calling, you know, a fighter boring because that's been happening, you know, for decades.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying for Shakur is he has all the tools and all the ability to get this guy out of there. That's why we're calling for it. And he can do it while being defensively responsible, and he can go home early if he chooses to. That's all I'm saying.
And it can change here in the next couple of minutes.
Get off the feet.
And to the refs' credit, if you watch the feet and not watch the action, they are tapping each other's front foot a good amount. But you see them get off the front foot right away after they feel that they're on the other person's foot. So, again, I just think it's a bit excessive tonight. I know what the motive is. He wants to keep the fighter safe. He doesn't want to have a situation where a guy goes down and he doesn't know whether it's a knockdown or a slip or a foot getting caught. I get it, but it just seems a bit excessive tonight. Fighters got a lot to worry about in the ring, and they don't want to.
Get off the feet, get off the feet.
And as we said, in this commission and Celestino Ruiz, they have the best interest in the fighter in mind. But this does not follow form. And that check hook as Nakathila came in. Big smile on the face of Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring, who is the WBO 130-pound champion, who had a 6-round knockout of Carl Frampton back on April 3rd. And the winner of this fight, assuming Shakur Stevenson simply coasts home, will be the mandatory for Jamel Herring. And the word is that would be planned for the fall. Shakur Stevenson has been quoted as saying he thinks that's an easy matchup, and if I have to beat up Herring to get to the WBC and Oscar Valdez, the fight that he really wants, he says, I will. Right now, he's enjoying a 95-24 connect advantage. Just 24 punches, that is it for Nakathila. 24 punches landed.
Hurt business, yes, but this is also entertainment. They don't do anything for, honestly, they don't do anything for you. They really don't.
But here's the thing,
honest.
too. It's actually funner.
Nestor Tobias, Nakathila's trainer, minced no words. He says we need a knockout and we need to pressure. And basically, he's fighting like he's scared, man. This is not how he fights. Complete frustration in the blue corner.
Just think he got a wake-up call in that first round when Shakur hit him and hurt him. He realized that Shakur does have power, and the boxing ability was a lot more than he bargained for.
Starting to hear the boos right now.
I saw that. Both of you guys stop it.
Did have some fireworks earlier tonight on our undercard, and let's show you the punch of the night brought to you by DraftKings.
Touch it up. Keep it clean, guys. You're back.
Twelfth and final round.
Nakathila has been able to survive, at least to this point, based on the threat of his right hand. He's landed 2 right hands all night, cleanly, but it's the threat of the right hand. Well, that's 3. That's allowed him to stay in this fight. Him having it caught, posturing as if he wants to throw it, that's been enough for him to get to this point.
Just the threat.
But we've also seen good power from Shakur.
That is being ruled a slip.
What?
There was a southpaw check hook that came in.
Yes, it was. And Shakur's getting reactions like I've been saying all night long. You just want to see him follow up to see if he can get Nakathila out of there. See the posturing from Nakathila, the posturing. Looking like he wants to do something, but not really doing a lot.
And then Shakur just backing up, planting and landing the left hand. Halfway through the final round.
Shakur's shown good power tonight, though.
Shakur obviously is hurting him, but not willing to take the risk to get in the inside to make this fight, to stop this matchup. And he's not taking advantage of all those punches he's slipping. If he was to counter more, he'd be able to create more offense for himself, and he probably could get the stoppage. One shot at a time, pop shot from the outside from Shakur, nothing else. No follow-up shot. I'm gonna say it, Shakur is worried about getting hit. That's all he's worried about. He's worried about getting hit. He doesn't like to get hit at all.
Little known Jeremiah Nakathila goes the distance with Shakur Stevenson, who controlled every second of the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds here inside the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Max DeLuca, Lisa Giampa, and Dave Moretti all scored the bout 120-107. For your winner by unanimous decision, and now the WBO Interim Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, from Brick City, Newark, New Jersey, Shakur